in tax? What if we, as business and real estate owners who have poured blood, sweat, and tears to growing our wealth, and who didn't hire expensive tax attorneys and CPAs to map out an exit strategy, knew their secrets? Instead of recreating the wheel, why can't we just model the way they deferred 30 to 50% in tax, paid off debt, funded their next business dream, and most importantly, leave a financial legacy to give to the causes we believe in most? What if their secrets weren't complicated at all, and you just need a guide who is a few steps ahead of you? That is the question, and this podcast will give you the answers. My name is Brett Swarts, and welcome to Capital Gains Tax Solutions. Welcome to the Capital Gains Tax Solutions podcast, where we believe most high net worth individuals and those who help them struggle with clarifying their capital gains tax deferral options. Not having a clear plan is the enemy, and using a proven tax deferral strategy such as the Deferred Sales Trust is the best way for you to grow your wealth. Hey, I'm your host, Brett Swarts. In each episode, I'm joined by some of the best investment real estate, financial independence, and passive income wealth advisors in the world, where they share their ideas, deal stories, and inspiration. So together we can make complex tax deferral strategies simple and passive income plans achievable. Hey, I'm excited about our next guest. He's all about freedom when it comes to retirement and it comes to your wealth. And having flexibility and options is not always easy when you have either the 401k or the IRA. And so we're going to talk about how to help you get your money out of your 401k or IRA jail, because sometimes it does feel like you're in jail, all these restrictions, all these timing things, and you're just saying, you know what, I just like to retire. Maybe I want to invest in real estate. Maybe I want something a little bit different than what Wall Street has to offer. So with that, I'm excited to welcome our next guest. He's on a mission to free 1 million people from financial bondage. His unique tool is a fusion of financial literacy and little-known strategy called the EQRP that allows investors to control their retirement money and get off of the Wall Street roller coaster, okay? He's a best-selling author of 12 books on personal finance, investment, and retirement planning, and he hosts the Financial Underdogs podcast. He has owned more than 50 companies and is the founder of his own martial art, looks like maybe a studio called Yukido, pretty cool. And he is the chief honey badger at EQRP Co. Please welcome to the show with me, Damian Lupo. Hey, Damian, how you doing?
Good, man. It's good to be here. I feel like I'm listening to applause in the background, but that's kind of all virtual right now.
Well, yeah, I'm applauding you in the background, and maybe my kids too as they're running around in the background here. But would you give our listeners a little bit about your story and your current focus?
Yeah, totally. So my story started, I grew up in Alaska, and then kind of fast forwarding to when I left Alaska and enjoying civilization, I started doing real estate because I saw some infomercial. And I was like, hey, this is pretty cool. And so I started doing it and turned a cash advance on a credit card into a big portfolio, 20 million bucks, and then lost it in 2008, went negative 5 million. And from there, I said, okay, wait, what is this all it's supposed to be? And what I came out of that with was, no, there's supposed to be something deeper and more meaningful. And so that's where the EQRP and what I do today, which is focused on giving people power and control of their retirement money. So a lot of real estate investing background. So I understand the investor because I am the investor. And now we're giving people control of their money to be able to do more investing with it and do it tax sheltered, or sometimes in many cases tax free.
So excited to get into the depths of that with the 401k and the IRAs, right? And unlock that freedom. And that's going to be on the future show. We're teasing you right now. This is the trailer for that. So get ready for that to drop here shortly on iTunes. But in the meantime, Damian, we're focused on capital gains tax, and you're close to my, you're like a cousin, I feel like, of ours, right? With what we do. So curious, what's the biggest frustration or challenge that you have found either with yourself, client, or a partner when it comes to capital gains tax deferral or strategies thereof that you're trying to use to solve your challenges?
Well, a lot of people are buying real estate, whether it's directly or with syndications, and everything looks good. There's a lot of depreciation, and there's all this like excitement in the beginning. And then when these deals exit, usually happens in 4 or 5 years, sometimes faster. All of a sudden, there's a taxable event, and in many cases, they have to pay taxes. And people are like, "Well, wait, I thought I could do something," and oftentimes they're stuck. And what we've found is that there are other options depending on how they hold it. And sometimes it's better to have it in a retirement account. My friend Tom Wheelwright goes, "Why would you ever have real estate in an IRA?" And I'm like, "You wouldn't." He goes, "What?" And I said, "There's better ways. It's the EQRP." And then we talk about it. And there's really a way to go to zero tax, period, which is better than a tax from capital gains or any other income. Zero is better than anything. And so that's what we really push towards, is getting people to the zero. And ultimately, zero is just more freedom, because when you have more of your capital preserved that's not in the government coffers, it means you're freer, in my opinion.
Hey, in my opinion, too, is what we're about, right? You know, most commercial real estate syndicators, they struggle with capital gains tax. Exactly right. When they go to sell their syndications, and also when they're going to raise funds with clients that are trying to come in, right? And they don't have an elegant solution. And that's what we're trying to provide here at Capital Gains Tax Solutions, is the Deferred Sales Trust as one option, right, for that. And I'm excited to dive into the EQRP too and find out what those solutions are with you on the full interview. But that being said, if someone's like, hey, Damien, I got an IRA or 401k, and I'm interested in some freedom and some options here. If they want to connect with you right now and learn about it, where could they go?
Best place to go is eqrp.co and learn, because that's what this is. It's interesting because we're an education company that happens to set up the EQRP and give people control. But it's not about giving you a bunch of fish. It's about teaching you how to fish, and that's the essence of what our mission is all about. Freedom is not about getting a bunch of money. It's about knowing how to create it. And so eqrp.co is where you're going to find new ways to create that freedom by being empowered.
Love it. So reach out to Damon right now and go to his website. If you have a 401k or an IRA and you are wanting to get into real estate, wanting some freedom, wanting some more options, tired of the roller coaster, right? So, the Corona crash, oh no, now everything's back. You're feeling good again. Don't be deceived. Something may come in the future to shift that. Now's a good time to take those gains, those profits, and maybe diversify and get into something that you can get your hands on, right? And you can add value. And we would love to for you to connect with Damon to do that. That being said, reach out to him and please share this with somebody. Tag somebody who's in that 9-to-5 corporate job and is looking for some freedom. And then check out Damon. And with that, look for the full podcast to drop here shortly and to dive into these strategies together. Okay, thanks so much.
You have just listened to another information-packed episode of Capital Gains Tax Solutions with Brett Swarts. We hope you enjoyed today's show and found it helpful. Visit capitalgainstaxsolutions.com to access the show notes and to access more resources. Don't forget to leave a review and join us again next time.